Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to online class session. Kent Public High School and Boys College, Wajid Colony, Texla Kent. In this session, we will discuss the topic programming languages. Programming language is a language which is understood by computer. It is designed to give instructions to a computer to perform a specific task. It is used to write computer programs. Programming language can be classified into two categories: low-level languages and high-level languages. First, low-level languages. Low-level languages is machine-oriented languages. To understand low-level languages, detailed knowledge of internal working of computer is required. Low-level languages include machine language and assembly language. Machine language. Machine language that is directly understood by computer hardware is known as machine language. Machine language is associated with architecture of computer. Therefore, programs written in machine language for one computer will not work on another because of design difference. It consists of zeros and ones. It is almost impossible for humans to use machine language because it entirely consists of number. Practically no programming is done in machine language. Instead, assembly language and high-level languages are used. Second low-level language is assembly language. Now we will discuss assembly language. Assembly language consists of symbolic codes or abbreviations known as mnemonics. It was developed to make computer program easier than machine language. The abbreviations used in assembly language make it easier to learn and write computer programs to machine language. A program written in assembly language must be converted into machine language before it executed by computer. A program known as assembler is used to translate assembly language into machine language. Now we will discuss different important characteristics of assembly language. First, assembly language allow computer program to have access to all the special features of computer they are using. Certain types of operations which are not possible in high level language are easily programmed using assembly language. Second, a program written in assembly language will require less storage and less running time than one prepared in high level language. And the third, high assembly language are still best choice in some application, but their use is gradually declining. Now, high level language. High level languages are English oriented and they are commonly used for writing computer programs. These languages use English language words such as print, go, to, if, and. Therefore, they are easy to learn and use. Some examples of high level languages are Visual Basic, C, Java. A program known as compiler interpreter is required to translate high level program into machine language. Coding and debugging of high level language program is much easier than a program written in low level language. High level language can be classified into three classification: procedural, structural, and object oriented programming language. First, we will discuss procedural language. Procedural languages is based upon the concept of modular programming. In modular programming, programs are divided into small parts known as module. Modular programs consist of one or more modules. A module is a group of statements that can be executed more than once in a program. Each module in a program performs specific task. It is easier to design, modify and debug a program in a procedural language since provide better programming facilities. Examples of procedure language are Fortran, Pascaline, C and Basics. Second, structured language. Structured language consists of three fundamental elements, which are sequence, selections and repetitions. First, sequence. It means writing program statements in a logical sequence. Each step in the sequence must logically progress to the next without producing any undesirable effect. Second, selection. It allows the selection of any program and of any number of statements based on the result of evaluation of a condition, which may be true or false. Example of statements that implement selection in programming are if, else if, switch. If, else if and switch, these statements are used for selection. And the repetition, it means executing one or more statements a number of times until conditions satisfy. Repetition is implemented in program using statements such as for and while loops. When we require repetitions, we use repetitions statements like for, while and do while loops.